It's time for our June edition of Cold Cases with Chloe Carter.
This month we go back to the summer of 1976 when a young mother disappears during her overnight shift at a convenience store in West Gulfport.
Cold Cases with Chloe Carter, brought to you by Cresco Incorporated, commercial refrigeration, cooking, and HVAC repair.
It was June 2nd of 1976. 20-year-old Robin Annette Rodriguez was working an overnight shift at the little general convenience store on 42nd West Gulfport. Investigators say that Robin was working alone in the early morning hours when she disappeared before dawn. According to authorities, a customer later arrived and found that the store was unattended.
When she went missing from work, and they knew something wasn't right because the employee said this was not normal behavior. They wouldn't have expected her to just up and leave the store wide open. They noticed she was not inside the store. It was about 4:50 in the morning, and the last customer that came in and saw her was around 2 a.m.
Rodriguez and her vehicle both missing.
So we don't know for sure technically if she knew the suspect or anything like that. However, there was no signs of struggle within the store, so they kind of ruled out the robbery going wrong, as far as the store goes. Her purse was missing and was later located, but her vehicle was gone, she was gone, but everything else with the store seemed to be normal.
Hours after she was reported missing, Robin's body was located in a shallow water area off of Bells Ferry Road near Pass Christian. Her hands bound behind her back, and an autopsy determining the cause of death is strangulation.
Was sexually assaulted based off of the autopsy. She was mostly unclothed, and most of her clothes were recovered in the general area of where she was at. I know they recovered stuff from under her fingernails and scratching, bruising, that kind of thing. It was definitely evident that she was strangled. That was the actual cause of death. It was not drowning, it was asphyxiation.
Later that day, investigators located Rodriguez's vehicle off of Burke Street in Long Beach. Officials say that the vehicle was processed for evidence as a part of the investigation.
I think the strongest evidence that is had would just be there was, hair, fingerprints, semen inside of her body. All of that was recovered on the scene and taken as evidence.
By midday, this case had turned from a missing persons investigation into a homicide. And even with a crime scene, a recovery site, and a vehicle to process, this case would prove to be far more difficult than investigators had expected.
Over the years, detectives have followed leads, conducted interviews, and reviewed available evidence.
To leave somebody in such a vulnerable state when you do that as well, does that speak to if she probably knew this suspect?
So they went through a lot of people. The most prominent suspect being her husband at the time. A lot of times with, strangulation and things of that, it can come from a place of anger. The fact that she left the store and didn't seem to put up a struggle could be that she thought she was leaving with someone that she could trust.
Have y'all spoken to this ex-husband?
Yes. Back at the time of the crime, he was interviewed. He was actually arrested, but the charge ended up being dropped. I'm not entirely sure the reasoning behind it. Maybe just not enough evidence at that time. You do have all the fingerprints and the hair and all that stuff, from the vehicle, but they're a married couple that are using the vehicle, so it's not out of place for his DNA to be there.
Almost 50 years later, this case remains open. Harrison County investigators continue to review information and follow up on tips.
There was a couple that was near the river where she was located, early morning hours before she was located. They said it would have been about 4:30 in the morning, that they fell asleep in their car after hanging out down there, and the wife woke up and realized there was someone standing outside their car. They said it looked to be like a Latin American male, dark hair. They were very confident that they saw him well, that if the sun was starting to come up, it wasn't like it was pitch black, and they saw photos and said, I'm pretty sure that that's him.
They believe that additional information may still be out there. Rodriguez was 20 years old at the time of her death. She was a wife and a mother to a young child. If you have any information regarding this case, please reach out to the Harrison County Sheriff's Office or the Mississippi Coast Crime Stoppers. For Cold Cases, I'm Chloe Carter.